theme me and Wesley will be using is identity. The term we'll be using is color consciousness. Color consciousness is the idea that social equality can be achieved through the celebration and awareness of different culture and ethnic backgrounds in the day-to-day life.
My term is color connectedness, which is defined as the way people interact. But specifically for our ethnic studies class, it defines how people of color interact.
I have learned while mentoring at Jackson Elementary is that the kids have a good sense of identity because the teacher acknowledges their different background. Therefore, they have English and Spanish days. Knowing most of the kids in Jackson are Hispanic, the Spanish days helps them foster their identity.
The reason that color connectedness and identity are so intertwined is because only people who have a good sense of identity can, help to build that same identity within the generations that come after them. So the importance of having a good identity helps for future generations to be able to build that same identity and not necessarily be confused or not knowing of what they should find themselves in. Color connectedness is important because, as I've learned from this ethnic studies class, the only way that we're going to move forward as a race, specifically for African Americans, or as individual ethnic groups, just as a minority as a whole, is if people who are in positions of power or who have become educated turn around and help those who do not necessarily have the means to pursue those avenues of higher education. So the only way that progress is going to happen is if colored people help other colored people, because as we've already seen, the dominant group, as in Caucasians, are not willing to give up something that is so dear to them, that is power.
This connects to me because while I was in school, I lacked identity because I was only experiencing a Hispanic culture at home and not at school because I was surrounded more by white people at my schools.
Thanks. And especially identity, just because me being African American growing up in Salt Lake City, I never really had, any other kids who were like me in my classes. So, I don't know. People try and say that I'm the whitest black kid they know now or whatever, which is cool. I don't really care, but it just, I don't know, it just inhibited me from, being a complete and full member to the black community.